Today, let's write some text on the screen. And how can we do that? Let's check on the reference. And we can search here for text with Control F. And these are not the kind of text I'm looking for. I search for other ones. These we know, print and println. But those are also not the ones we want, and probably this one in the typography section. Look, there's all these text, create font, load font, and all these to set the size, align. So this is what we are gonna do today. And here's the text function. And see here, draws text to the screen. It looks very simple. Send some data, X and Y. X and Y are the position and data is the text. So let's try. Let's type a very small program. Text, hello, and then, well, if this is the position of my text, I should first make the window bigger, otherwise I will not see anything. So here it is, our very small hello. How can we make it bigger? We saw here in the documentation something about text size. And it looks like very simple. Text size, and inside parentheses, the size, which is in pixels. So back to our program, text size. Let's make it 200 pixels tall. It's quite big now, but it's a bit outside of the screen. Let's bring it to the left and maybe a bit down so we can center it. So I'm gonna try here writing just 0, just to bring it to the left. Yeah, that's about right. Now the text is a little bit too big. So what about 160 pixels? Maybe we can make it fit exactly. So now I'm just about 40 pixels down. So maybe 240. Okay, that's quite centered and big and nice. And how do we change the color now? Well, we've seen that many times. We can use the fill function. Like in any case, before we want to draw something with fill, we set the color. We can pick a color here in the selector. I copy this color, I paste it inside here. And now we will have some orange. Oh no, yellow. Yellow, hello. And let's add a second text. A second text, I can type again here, text, hello, you. And also I will put it on the left and lower. Let's see at 300. Okay, but this one I want to make smaller. So in front of the text, I will add another text size and make it 100. Okay, and how could I center that? I should move that a bit to the right. I will type here 100. Okay, that's good. What about making it a different color? This one should be blue. So I add here another fill. And I choose this blue here. I select the color, copy, and paste it here. And I run the program, and now I have two texts, different sizes, different colors. So now that you see how we can write on the screen, it's really simple, just text, and the text inside quotes you can see here, and the position. So let's combine now this with some two past exercises we have done. One exercise where I want to combine with is we were listening for the key. In our drawing program, we were checking which key we pressed. And depending on the key, we did one thing or another thing. But let's just try to write whatever we type on the screen. So I'm gonna add here our setup function, and I leave the size inside. Maybe I will also add a background color. We'll just try a random color. Maybe 33. This is red. This is green, and then a lot of blue. And then I add a void draw. Well, I will let the program add the spaces for me. Now it's not looking very beautiful, the code here, but I can just go to auto format and everything is fine. Now, how can I listen to the keys that the user is pressing? That was done with void. Let's check it on the reference again. You go back here, I search for key, and it's key pressed. So that's the one I'm gonna use, key pressed. So you know, draw is executed one time per frame, like that's multiple times per second, and key pressed is only executed when we press a key. To make sure it's working, I can just print something like key pressed. So this will not affect the graphics in our program, but only will print something down here. So if I just print now H, it says down here key pressed. Which key? I can check that out. I can delete this message and I can type here key, because key is a special variable that holds the key that was pressed. If I run that again and I type HELLO, then you can see it's typing down here. So now we could mix the two things. I'm just gonna say don't throw any of this stuff, and I will cut this and paste it down here. Before, multiple times per second, it was setting a color, changing the text size and writing hello. Now I'm not gonna type hello, I'm gonna write the key. So I run the program, I type H, and there's my key. You can see it's in two places, down here because it's printing the key, and it's up here because it's using text to write the key on the screen on this position. If I now I type another key, well, you can see it's exactly on the same place. So now if I type many keys, they are all appearing one on top of each other. So I want to change that. I want them to be around the screen in different places. So I'm just gonna add here a random X value. So I could try with 300. And now this is fixed. So now I type HELLO. You can see the letters are appearing all in this line, but they are not moving up and down. But we can also move them up and down if we change this value. We'll also add 300. And let's see, sometimes they are too high. If I keep typing, you can see there's empty space down here. So they are not going down enough, and they are too high because here they are cut. I can fix that by making them go lower, 400, and I will add a minimum value. So there will be no letters above the 100 pixels line. What about now? So now all these letters fit in our window. Sometimes they're a bit cut, but that's okay. And we could also make the size a bit random between 20 and 200. So there will be some letters will be small, some letters will be big, and I'm missing here a parenthesis. I just noticed. I open 1 and 2 parentheses, then I have to close both of them. And let's try hello fun programming. So now you see there's some letters are smaller and some are bigger. Finally, let's mix this with the fade out effect. Just have to add here 2 lines. One line is the fill to paint a rectangle, and I'm going to use the same color as the background. I will type this one here, and I must add the opacity. By default it's full opacity, it's 255, but I only want to use a low opacity of 20, and then I draw my rectangle that covers the whole screen from the top left corner to the right bottom, width and height. And what happens now? Now I can remove this print. We don't need that anymore. This print was just printing down here. So here is our program. We have this nice effect.